We are anonymous and we have been gathering breadcrumbs left by the Kremlin operatives who conducted the cyber Pearl Harbor attack on America's electoral infrastructure. On June 6, 2015, Vladimir Putin signed the order directing Russian SVR to employ every means to manipulate the American election. 2 weeks later, Donald Trump announced his candidacy for U.S. president. Months earlier, Trump met with Russian intelligence officials to formulate a plan to take over the U.S. government with the help of Russia. We know this because we have a mole inside these operations. Alas, when children run operations, they spill milk along the way, and forget to clean up. The Kremlin children sloppily left digital fingerprints, communications and voice messages for Anonymous to find. Yes, we know how these amateurs stole the emails from the Democratic servers in Washington, D.C. That Russian team came in with all its little toys and vacuumed up the data, brazenly setting up shop near the Democratic National Headquarters until its deed was done. We know the Russians have operatives in 2 U.S. vote machine companies. We know they burrowed into the election systems of 29 states to cause mischief and remove voters. We know they have reverse-engineered data cards used in 2 different vote machines. And we know they have perfected the skill set to wirelessly hack machines to change the votes. The SVR attack was an act of war against the United States to subvert its political system in order to destabilize and paralyze the U.S. so that it could not effectively counter Russian aggression in Europe. It was meant as a warning that democracy itself is no longer safe. The SVR cyber war campaign was insidious and devastating. Stage 1 involved the stealing of sensitive information that could be used to discredit and compromise Hillary Clinton. This stolen data was doctored for maximum damage. It was then disseminated through the Russian propagandist WikiLeaks to make it appear to be from whistleblowers rather than hackers. Stage 2 involved having Russian agents based in pro-Russian countries set up fake news to spread lies about Hillary in order to irreparably damage her and suppress the vote. Thousands of such stories were leveraged into a massive disinformation campaign backed by a Russian troll and cyberbot army. This toxic flood of propaganda poisoned the well of democracy and undermined the legitimacy and fairness of the election. Stage 3 involved the contacts with Donald Trump both directly and through surrogates such as his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, and Russian agent Paul Manafort. Trump has been compromised by the SVR personally and professionally, and Trump knows that he must play their game or be destroyed. For Russia, this is a win-win because either it has Trump as a puppet or it further undermines American democracy by bringing down another president. Stage 4 involved the placement of Russian agents and advocates into the Trump administration and executive agencies in order to ensure that its geopolitical agenda is realized. This is being done right now. Donald Trump has mocked the overwhelming evidence that Russia got him elected through cyber warfare. But now we have shown that the SVR plans and his communications with the Kremlin's goblins are not going to stay hidden. Vladimir Putin's D-Day declaration of war against America has now been exposed. Anonymous asks all respectable intel sources and white hats to flood the world with every scrap of data showing that 75 years after Pearl Harbor, Russia committed another unprovoked act of war against the United States. Let the response be as robust as it was in 1941. We are anonymous, we are legion, we are everywhere, we are nowhere, we do not forgive, we do not forget. Expect us, respect us.